And I think as a bonus, you might not know unless you're in the industry. Hey guys, Derek here. Thanks for coming to my channel today. What would you do if you're new in real estate? Derek, what tips do you have? What can you share? The first thing I would do is I would buy property. And what property would that be? I would buy a multifamily. I would buy duplex, I would buy a triplex, or I would buy a fourplex. Why would I buy one of those? Well, you can basically make income from each of those properties. If it happens to be a duplex, you can live in one side and have the other side pay for your mortgage. If it's a triplex, you can live in one of the units and rent out the other two. And the same with a quadplex or a fourplex. You can live in the one and rent out the other three. And mortgage people or the loan consultants, they will actually give you a mortgage and you can use the projected income from each of those rental properties to help you to qualify for that loan. That's what I would do if I was to start all over from day one. Most people have this vision of buying their first property, it's their home. But if you have a vision of growing wealth in the future, I would start with a multifamily if you haven't already got involved. The second thing you're going to need to do is keep an eye on your credit score. I made a video and I posted it online talking about the 5 C's of credit and what you should be looking for and how to maintain your credit and how to improve your credit. And it happens over time. It doesn't happen overnight. Another thing you need to do is you need to save 3 to 5% for a down payment. One of the coolest things about the down payment is you can put very little money down when you're buying your primary. So if you're buying a multifamily, meaning a duplex, triplex, or fourplex, you only have to put 3 to 5% down. Plus, of course, the closing cost, which is typically a couple $1,000s. So keep that in mind. That's what I would do is I would buy a multifamily. I would make sure my credit score is good so I get good favorable rates. You can put as little as 3 to 5% down. And you also want to study your area. Where are you going to be buying this property? Make sure that you get a good deal. Take a look at the schools. Take a look at what works for you and your family and your team. You know, what is it? Is it being close to a grocery store? Is that what you're looking for? Walking distance? I think that, you know, if you're going to have a second unit or a third unit and it's going to be a short-term rental, for example, an Airbnb, then having that walking score might be important to you. And one thing I've done time and time again is I have actually paid over asking price. Yeah, surprising. I actually have no problem to pay over asking price. I typically have a calculator that I run through to make sure that the numbers are going to work for me, but I have no problem paying overpriced because over time, once I get that asset, once I can lock up that building, then that's going to work for me. And over time, the real estate has gone up in value and it's been very, very favorable over the years. So don't be afraid to pay over asking. As a rule of thumb, I think every $1,000 over asking, you pay about $6 more in your monthly payments. So think about that. If you're going to go over asking, it's no problem. It's just going to cost a little bit more each month. And overall, it's going to help you to build your wealth over time. And I think as a bonus, as point number 6, is something you might not know unless you're in the industry. I would ask your real estate advisor or your real estate agent if you can do an escalation clause. And that basically states that you are willing to bid, for example, $1,000 over the other people. So if we're still in this multiple bidding situation, if they put in an escalation clause, they hopefully have beat all of the other people in putting an escalation clause in. And that basically states that you are willing to pay $1,000 over the other person that you're bidding against. And I've used that before and I found that to be very helpful. I have friends that are real estate agents. They also have used that too as a technique. There you have it. I've given you 6 different points that can help you when you're new to real estate, to getting into the real estate game and building your wealth and hopefully in the future, passive income. If you've enjoyed the content today, go ahead and like it, subscribe it, and share it with a friend. Either way, I appreciate you watching this video.